What's up, guys? Welcome back to Odie'zz Gaming. Today I'm your host Odie, and today this is gonna be a story time about when my teacher called one of my classmates a disappointment. And that happened literally 3 hours ago from like the time this is uploaded. So I was in lunch, got pulled out to the office. It doesn't matter about that part. But came back, lunch got dismissed, went to social studies, my third period class, and what I did was sat down, waited for everybody to get there. Everybody finally showed up. Teacher's like, yeah, who wants to read paragraph number 1, this, that. And this girl said, yeah, I wanna read this paragraph. And she looked at the paragraph and she said, never mind, this paragraph's like 16 sentences long, for instance. And then after that, she said, to the teacher, yeah, I don't want to read because this paragraph's like 16 sentences long. The teacher's like, okay, who else wants to read? And everybody else, he did the count, and like 6 other people wanted to read. And basically what he did is he said to the student, I'm not going to say their name, but let's just call him Jessica for now. So Jessica, she looked at him and she said, well, I didn't want to read. The paragraph was too long. And he's like, oh, you're a disappointment. Everybody looked at the teacher and they said, Mister, I'm still not going to say their name either. They said, Mr. Zach, or something like that. I don't know what to call him. Mr. Zach, you can't say that. You can get fired for that. Anyway, then the teacher, they said, and then the girl, she sat there for a little bit. She said, the teacher said, you still want to read, Jessica? And she said, no, you called me a disappointment. Can I use the bathroom, though? And the teacher's like, yeah, let me see your hall pass. Let me see your, thing. Like a punchy thing. And what they do is they, like, use a hole puncher. And they punch it, and it's like this little pass for pass abuse. And so she gives it to him. She goes to the office. Tells them, she comes back, her face beat red, and to be honest, she looked like a tomato. And so she came back, she sat down crying, and the teacher, everybody was like talking about it, this, that. The teacher said, Jessica, you might want to do your paper. And she's like, no, you called me a disappointment, while sobbing. And the teacher said, no, I just called you a disappointment because I'm disappointed that you didn't want to read. And that hurts my heart so bad. We all knew he was lying because he smirked. And so, honestly, I was about to laugh because I love dark humor or anything like that. And so, basically, she just went outside. She ran outside, actually. She threw her paper, ripped it up. I don't remember, but she ripped it up. She walked back, and she walked outside, and she sat down outside on the ramp. No, sorry. She didn't do that. Teacher said, Mr. Zach said, Jessica, can I talk to you outside real quick? And Jessica's like, no, you called me a disappointment, or whatever along those lines. And basically, she finally gave in, and she went outside, sat on the ramp. They had a little talk. He came back inside, and this girl's like, Mr. Zach, can I go see what's wrong with Jessica? And he said no. And then, like, 5 minutes go by, she asks again, and he finally says yes. She goes outside, you hear, like, 10 minutes later, or like 5 or 10 minutes later, all I hear is, guess who it was? It was Jessica, and I'm not gonna say their name. Oh, what's her name? I forgot. I'm not gonna say it, of course, but I want to come up with a fake name. Zoe. Zoe. So she said, "We're going to the office to tell him what you said." And he's like, "No, all I said is that she's a disappointment because it disappoints my heart to hear that she doesn't want to read." And she's like, Zoe's like, "Well, you still can't be calling her a disappointment. That's against school policy." And Jessica's like, "No, I don't want to talk to you." And so basically, what they did is when class ended, they went to the office. They told the office what happened. The office didn't do anything. So the moral of the story, I guess, is don't call somebody a disappointment. And I really hope you all enjoyed this the video, because honestly, it was a really funny video. I mean, really funny story, sorry. And everything turned out to be fine. And I guess tomorrow, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really want him, but don't want him to get fired. So yeah.